Hello, hello. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Right along with me. Um, so let's go ahead and start this wonderful episode. So, hello, hola, konnichiwa, ni hao, salam alaikum, and best of all, say welcome back to my super short show. This is Nameless Fame, and I'm your host, Azika. Yeah. So, what's the message for you all today? Today is March 13, 2022, on a beautiful Sunday, and we have traffic. So let's go ahead and talk. Right along with me while I'm in traffic. So, um, someone tried to come for my neck, okay? They tried to come for my neck today, all right? And what is the title of this episode? The title of this episode is God is a woman. Exclamation mark, question mark. So you're probably wondering why the question mark, right? So this is what I mean by someone try to come for my neck. That is a urban slang for someone who wants to argue, basically. They want to argue with you, they want to disagree with you. And a couple of days ago, I mentioned that I have met God, and, due to my reincarnation and yada, 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 throughout my entire reincarnation, throughout my 600 plus years, I only met God once, and this person that I encountered was a woman. And that's the one or the person I perceive to be God. And so, and if you have not heard that episode, make sure you go back, way back. I believe it was on the 4th of March, 2022. I did an episode about being an indigo child and having all of these, downloads, insight, enlightenment, etc., etc. And so anyway, someone posted something today and basically wants to disagree or argue. And his argument, of course, is a man. His argument was, if anyone say that God is a woman, awakened person because of the divine. And I completely disagree, because if it's my experience, it's my experience. You cannot debate my experience. It is my experience. It's my understanding of what a woman looks like and what a man looks like. And what I saw was what I saw. So you can't tell me or debate with me that God cannot pick a gender or a color. Well, again, like I said before, the gentleman did not debate the color. He only debated the gender. So I guess I had something right. I guess I did something right. So so I mentioned that the greatest Indian mathematician also was connected to this black goddess who allowed him to have access to the universal records. And he was getting all of these mathematical theories that was beyond his time. For example, the black hole, time travel, all of these that did not make sense to anyone, but it was factual. So his religion, he was, he practiced Hindu. So in the Hindu religion or practice, they have multiple different gods and goddesses and so on and so forth. But he was mainly tapped into or worshiping this one goddess, this black goddess. And so I don't know where the debate comes from and why the disagreement, the hostile, demeanor and the insult of your spiritual growth. What does your spiritual growth have to do with your experience of what you see in the spiritual realm or what you've encountered? Like, I don't understand it. Your experience is your experience. My experience, my experience. There's no debate. You understand what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and continue. On March 10th, 2022, I'm just going to go ahead and share this experience with you because I believe it ties into the whole gender thing. Okay? So I mentioned, the Indian mathematician. He was a guy, but, he practiced Hindu and he chose this one goddess. Me, I was raised a Christian. So all I knew was God. There's no God or there's no goddess in my vocabulary while growing up, okay? So, but in my spiritual growth, in my journey, in my ascension to the 5th or 5th dimension, I saw a woman. So, to elaborate or to add on to this theory of mine or this encounter, on March 10th, before I went to bed, I was listening to this podcast, and they were like one host and two, I guess, guests, and they were talking about how they're gonna have a manifest retreat, virtual retreat online for people to participate, and this is what people should, expect. And so while they were talking, the two guests, the one male, one female, the male was basically talking about, how long he's been in his spiritual journey and yada yada yada. I don't want to mention his name, but he's pretty out there, okay? He's pretty cool. And then the female, she was talking about how, she's been pregnant 5 times. I know the topic of discussion kind of went left, but everything happens for a reason, right? So the host basically was saying, "Hey, I heard from the grapevine that you're pregnant and you're going to do this retreat. Aren't you, afraid? Aren't you, nervous or whatever?" And the lady, she was like, "No, I'm not nervous at all. I've been, pregnant 5 times, this is my fifth child, and I can compare the pregnancies from the natural birth and the matrix birth. Matrix birth, basically, you know, you got to take your shots, you got to take your vitamins, you got to do this. And she was just like, yeah, my first two pregnancies, they were horrible, they were traumatizing. I don't even remember the birth, the labor, none of that, and it was very traumatizing. And when I started my spiritual journey, I guess it was her third pregnancy, she started, sun gazing, she started meditating, she became a vegan, and etc. And on her third pregnancy, when she was, cleansing or detoxing from the matrix, she basically mentioned how her child was able to speak to her while in the womb. Her child told her her name. Her child was able to communicate telepathically with her mom and said, "Hi, my name is Charm." And I was just like, what the beep? So when she said that, I was like, oh, that is freaking awesome. That is like the coolest, story ever. And, the coolest, I mean, that's just amazing. I don't know how to describe it. That's just so divine, right? So anyway, you know, I've been, I'm a mom, and I can tell you, yeah, there was some spiritual, some mystical things that happened during my pregnancy as well. I'm not going to share it today, but we're just going to keep the attention to the ladies, right? So she basically said that when she said that, I was just like, oh, that's pretty awesome. And she's like, yeah, when she gave birth to her daughter, she could not pick any other name but Charm, because that is what her daughter said her name was. And I was like, that is freaking awesome. So anyway, I went to bed after hearing that. I did not attend the virtual manifest retreat. This retreat was held back in January, so it was kind of like, I kind of missed that. So I went to bed, and then I had this dream, this amazing dream, y'all. Okay? So I don't know if someone was trying to harvest my energy while I was sleeping, or trying to manipulate my dream while I was sleeping. But let me tell you what happened. It's all going to connect. Trust me, it's all going to connect, okay? So while I was in my dream state, I had this encounter. I became an infant, y'all, okay? Listen to what I'm saying. Listen. Shut the fuck up and listen. All right? So I was a baby. I was a baby. I was not a baby in not in someone's womb, but I was a baby in someone's, how do I call it, on someone's back. So I'm pretty sure you guys know of this baby wrapping thing. It's yeah. So it's called a baby wrapping carrier. You all probably seen it on television when you see these African women. They're working and they have their baby on the back, or Asian women while they're working they have their baby in their back. And so yeah. So that was me. So if you all have been paying attention, I mentioned that my first past life was a Taino woman. I was a Taino chief and whatever. And I believe what happened during this dream was I went back in time as an infant. I was an infant. And I was basically wrapped on my mother's back with a baby wrapping carrier. Of course, infants can't speak, but while I was on my mother's back, she was plowing land. And I felt as though I was time traveling through the sun's ray. Let me try to make this make sense, okay? Because spirituality, it comes out weird, but try to picture it, okay? I was able to time travel by using the sun's ray. Do you remember, like, the last episode I just did? I mentioned that the sun, the universe, the whatever, holds memory. Remember I said that? So within the dream, I was able to time travel through the sun's ray. I felt as though my consciousness was able to download day, hour, way back when I was an infant in my first lifetime, my very first past life as a baby. So, anyway, so me and this, my great whatever, was able to communicate, and she sat me down and she gave me this grain. So at that time, people were not eating with forks and a knife or whatever. I literally felt her hand go in my mouth. She was feeding me grains. I don't know what kind of grains. It wasn't pureed, it wasn't puree, it wasn't anything like that. I just felt her feeding me these grains for food. So during that time, I don't know what I told her. Maybe I told her, I need strength. I'm doing a lot of moving, a lot of, physical activities, and I need the extra help or the extra strength. Can you help me? And she gave me these grains. I don't know where these grains, I don't know what kind of grains, but this all ties up to the whole spiritual awakening, or this whole spiritual, enlightenment. Your mind, this whole thing, how they say time does not exist. It just, so I was able to time travel. I'm claiming that it was time travel because like I mentioned before, while I was in my place, I was being interrogated, like, what do I know about time travel? Da da da. So I'm guessing that I actually experienced it, and that was pretty freaking cool. Why else would I get interrogated about time travel if if they didn't believe that I could? So due to the fact that they were asking me about time travel or interrogating me about time travel, I automatically, that was my confirmation that it does exist. Period. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever my first mother during my time need the strength to do what I needed to do. So you have never heard any with their ancestors, and not only communicate with their ancestors, but they come to me and say they want to debate with me, body, from their own. So let me. So when I said to you that all great, 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 great grandmothers, and only from my great, 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 great to someone else or a man who was raised by his great great a man as a god. I guess we can come up with this conclusion. We can agree to this conclusion that I don't know. It's whoever raises you, or maybe if the interference was sent by girls, it works. Whatever y'all did, shit, it worked. So with that, with the knowledge, with the confirmation that I gave you, what are you doing with that power, girl? What y'all doing? Y'all stop wasting y'all energy on me, point blank period. You understand what I'm saying? So if you have that ancient magical power to interfere and to manipulate and give people dreams like this, then congratulations, girls. Okay, y'all need to wear that crown and wear it big. And whoever taught you how to do that, I applaud them because that was just phenomenal. All right. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much what I had to say today. I may have another episode later on today. I don't know, depending on how I feel. I don't have an angel number because, of course, I am occupied doing other worldly things. matrix things, so I can't get all the downloads. Um, I'm occupied. You guys not gonna overwhelm me, okay? Y'all not gonna overwhelm me. I get what I get when I get it. And then when I get it, I'll deliver it when I have time, okay? Do not overwhelm me. Do not do anything else, okay? So if you want the downloads exactly when I get it, well, get me out of the damn matrix then. Pay my bills. Send me on a retreat where I don't have to worry about all this bullshit. Because that's what it is. It's all bullshit. We're out here, we're driving, we're polluting the air, we're polluting Mother Earth. To do what? I don't even where the hell are we going? I don't even know. So it's just I'm just, pretending like everybody else. I'd rather be sitting on the ground next to a river somewhere, meditating, grounding myself, sunbathing. That would be lovely, but no, I'm over here, my back fucking hurts. I'm sleepy, I'm hungry, It takes a lot of energy. This takes more energy than getting a download, okay? It's very, very time consuming. It's draining, it's exhausting, and we're polluting the air at the same damn time. We're polluting Mother Earth that gives us food, give us resources, give us everything we need, and we're over here. Lord knows what we're doing. We're screwing ourselves. That's basically how I feel. Well, anyway, with that being said, let me go ahead and close this episode with our theme song, which is #123ONLY. 123ONLY. Name is Fam. Yeah, that's me. 123ONLY. All right, till next time. Bye.